For almost 14 years after the assassination of Julius Caesar, two men, Mark Antony and Octavian, adopted son of Julius Caesar, contested who would hold ultimate power in Rome. Sometimes they shared power, with Octavian in control of Italy in the western part of the empire, and Antony located in the eastern part of the empire. Both men knew that one day they would face each other in a final conflict. The key battle occurred at Actium on the coast of Greece, and Octavian defeated the combined armies and navies of both Antony and his Egyptian ally and lover Cleopatra. Antony and Cleopatra retreated to Alexandria, Egypt, where they met again.
Marcus, you did not enjoy the feast or party tonight.
Beloved Queen, our time for feasting and drinking is over. Octavian is on the way to Alexandria. He has landed his fleet in Egypt, and his army has begun the march to Alexandria.
You have your army to command, and I have my fleet, which I saved by leaving during the Battle of Actium before they could be destroyed.
You fled the battle at Actium with your 60 ships, and I left my army. Most of my soldiers went over to Octavian. Your fleet will not fight Octavian's massive armada of ships. I have a small force here, and I intend to face Octavian tomorrow. I do not expect to return.
Marcus, you remain a Roman to the end. You know that you will be killed. Octavian's army is large, but they are unpaid. Wait until I can raise an army from Egypt and our allies. I have a huge treasury. We will spend it all to defeat Octavian.
No foreign army has beaten Rome since Hannibal. Octavian has taxed Rome heavily for this assault on us. He knows that the wheat of Egypt and your treasure will pay off the Roman people and his soldiers. I must face Octavian knowing that I will die, but death is preferable to dishonor. I left Actium to follow you. I will not dishonor myself again.
Octavian is a ruthless man. I have never been able to reach him. He ignored me after Caesar's death when I was the most beautiful woman in Rome. I have already offered Octavian huge amounts of money to let us control Egypt, or let me abdicate and leave my children in charge of Egypt. But he kept the money, and he refused to guarantee our safety.
How could a man ignore you? I felt the thunderbolt of love the minute I saw you.
Octavian wants power more than anything. No woman can compete with his desire for power. He hates you because me. When you divorced his sister, Octavia, for my love, he saw it as disloyalty and weakness. He will kill our children, and he will march us all through Rome as prisoners. We must fight when we can win.
Victory is no longer possible. Death is my only hope.
Mark Antony marched a smaller army out to meet Octavian, and he led one brief cavalry charge that pushed back Octavian's mounted soldiers. Then Antony's entire army gradually deserted to the enemy. During the confusion following the battle, Antony received a message that Cleopatra was dead in her mausoleum.
We are beaten. My last legions have gone over to Octavian. There are rumors that he has already found the great treasure of the Ptolemy kings that Cleopatra intended to use to raise another army. I am beaten on the field of battle. Cleopatra is dead. Life no longer has value.
Antony chose to take the Roman way of honor. With a few loyal soldiers in attendance, he fell on his sword. But he did not die immediately. As the blood seeped out of his mortal wound, he received a second message that Cleopatra was still alive and wanted to see him one last time in her mausoleum.
My soldier brothers, please take me to Cleopatra's tomb.
Loyal aides carried Antony to the queen's tomb. He was lifted through an upper window and lowered into the floor. Cleopatra rushed into his arms.
My beloved warrior, all is lost but our love. That love must be forever.
Octavian is on his way even now. I do not want him to see me die in pain. Your love was worth everything.
I would have liked to rule like my father before me, but the gods have turned against us. Our love is too wonderful and too sweet.
Beloved, I die with your beauty in my eyes. All men should be so lucky. Hold me in your arms. Let your hair wipe away my pain.
Antony died, and Cleopatra made arrangements for her own death. She prepared her body so that it would be ready for burial. She sent away her servants as she heard Octavian's soldiers surround the mausoleum.
I will not be a slave marched through the streets of Rome for people to ridicule and spit upon. I will not be the prize shown off to the masses before I am strangled. My beloved Antony, we will be together forever. Neither Octavian nor the gods can deny us.
Cleopatra took an asp, a very small but poisonous snake, and held it to her chest. Death was instantaneous. Cleopatra was 39 years old. Her child by Caesar was killed. Her 3 children by Mark Antony were returned to Rome and brought up as Romans in Octavian's family. With her death, all of Egypt became a Roman province.